So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Saturn Moon conjunction in the third house. As in, what happens when Saturn and Moon are conjunct in the third house of your birth chart. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular conjunction, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here, KRSastrology.com, where you will find my books, reports, and my consultations, along with my academy, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, where I've just now released Vastu course, which thank you very much for making it a success. So, of course, third house with Moon and Saturn is one of the clear indications that mother is going to be traveling in her life, especially for work. And even if it wasn't work, for mother, it would be work. For example, if let's say your mother didn't travel for her career, maybe she had to travel a lot back and forth in order to take care of someone. Maybe taking care of her own mother, who was always ill, yet mother was 200 miles away, had to travel pretty much every weekend to see the mother. But the thing is, because this is happening in the third house, shows that a mother will sacrifice something in her life regarding traveling and her career. Then what happens is, because Saturn is the significator of work, significator and accumulation of our karmas from all our lives, that same scenario can actually pass down to you, where you would travel. You would have to travel for work. You will be involved in somehow either work related to medicine, hospice care, nourishing people, serving people, taking care of people, having a restaurant, food related business. And especially business here becomes very, very important, because third house, as you know, is a house of self efforts. Okay. And so here it shows that karma, Saturn, Moon, which is a planet that pretty much represents, the all the coding related to your birth chart. As much as coding is Venus, Moon is kind of like very reflective to Venus. So Moon is an independent planet. Moon is kind of like the trader, like Mercury. And Mercury is actually the son of a moon. This is why you will see both Mercury and Moon represents business and trade. So here a person will be inclined towards wanting to do some trade, some business, whether related to clothing, chemicals, that also depends upon the sign that these two planets are placed in. And it also shows that a person will have to leave their mother and go to a faraway place, go to a foreign place. And one of the things you will see with especially third house, because third house also represents our subconscious mind, is that for them, taking care of children, whether it's their own, their grandchildren, even a niece and nephew as a child, it'll feel to them like it's their duty to take care of them, like it's their duty to nourish them. Now, again, if you have a triple planetary transit, then, or not transit, sorry, if you have a triple planetary conjunction, then it's going to change all of that. Then whatever I'm saying, it could dramatically change. But I'm just sticking to these two planets, Saturn and Moon. And one thing we also see with Saturn and Moon is that this native's children would make friends in their life that would not be the best friends for them. people who could influence the native's children in a wrong manner. Especially your firstborn child could have very limited to no friends. And one of the things that you will see is that your child may actually complain at one point in their life how their life and their family life was never social. They're like, how come we never went to any parties? How come we didn't have a lot of people that we knew? It's one of those things that a person has to kind of see cold, the cold side of emotions from other people, including their children. You will see that. And especially with this particular transit, it also shows that when the native starts to work, mother would have to move. Either they move away from the mother or mother has to move somewhere. But yet, one thing we see is that mother may leave this individual their property, may leave this individual their home. Then, at the same time, Saturn, Moon in the third house will and does make a person a miser at one point in life. But on the other hand, one can just spend money like that. There's these dualities. Like, they will go through a phase of just wanting to save. Then they will go through a phase wanting to take chances on things and invest in things, gamble with things. So that duality kind of takes place here. Also, this is a particular position that, especially after marriage, the spouse may feel this melancholy in their life, especially in regards to their own father, regarding, certain religious and spiritual beliefs that will really kind of like hit them internally and can even get them depressed. And yes, this person constantly goes through the wavy emotions of moodiness and depression. But one of the biggest things you will see with this is that a person is born to serve others without ever asking anything in return or getting anything in return. They must do that. Because third house is the karma of the 12th house. Just like I explained to you, fourth from any planet or any house. See, fourth house is the mother. Mother is the one who brought you into this life. That's why the first house exists. So mother is the karmic force of your ascendant. Same way, the past life now gets a chance to give something into this life through the third house. And this is why this person can run into those type of scenarios where, because of their past life of perhaps refusing to help people, refusing to serve people, they now have to deal with the complete opposite. They're going to be just inclined towards serving people. Now, if Moon is behind Saturn, they will naturally be like that. They'll be like, I just love taking care of people. If Moon is ahead of Saturn, they're going to be forced into taking care of people because of certain circumstances. And usually when Moon is ahead of Saturn, that's when they will feel that stress, like, oh, I have to do this. I have to cook for my family. I have to then take care of this for the family. I have to then take care of this for the other person. Then Moon feels the stress. Why? Because Saturn is right behind Moon. The stress is chasing mind. Before, mind is behind Saturn. Okay. That means whatever decision was made, it was made up. It's now just being executed through Saturn. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Moon, Saturn in the third house of your birth chart. And as always, if you want to know your own birth details and your planetary alignments, consultations, check out the links here. Otherwise, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss this type of videos. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.